कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। श्रीमते रामानुजाय नमः। श्रीमते निगमान्त महादेशिकाय नमः। Hi kids, I am going to tell some rare stories from Bhagavatam that most of us may not know. Why not Mahabharata, Birbal or Tenali Raman stories? Why only Bhagavatam? To know that we have to know the importance of Bhagavata, let me tell a short story explaining the importance of Bhagavatam. Once upon a time, on the banks of river Tungabhadra river is nowadays in Karnataka, there was a small town, and in that town there was a Brahmana called Atmadeva who lived together with his wife Dhunduli. They were a rich couple. Atmadeva used to do all sorts of good things. He practiced everything he was supposed to do on a daily basis. They were a happy couple with only one concern. They didn't have any kids. They tried to do so many good deeds to have kids. They did all sorts of dana, dharma, but alas, they couldn't get any kids. One day, Atmadeva went to the forest. He expressed his sorrowful thoughts to the sage who resided in that forest. The sage asked him not to worry, since sometimes if he gets bad kids, that could become a big challenge to deal with. But Atmadeva was insistent that he wants to have a kid. Exasperated, the sage gave Atmadeva a mango fruit and instructed him to give it to his wife. He also told that his wife should be very honest and should eat only one meal every day for the next 12 months if they want to have a very good kid. The happy Atmadeva thanked the sage and took the fruit to his wife and asked her to eat it. The satisfied and happy Atmadeva went out to perform his daily duties. His wife, who was eager to have a kid earlier, now started to have second thoughts. She was afraid that she would lose her beauty and the joy of youth that she desired so much. Meanwhile, when her sister, who had just become pregnant, came there, Dundumali shared her thoughts about the issue to her sister. Her sister came up with an idea. She promised Dunduli to offer her child after 7 months and told her to give the mango fruit to the cow in the backyard. Dunduli gave that fruit to the cow and pretended to be pregnant for the next 7 months. After 7 months, Dunduli took his sister's son and declared to the world that he is her son. They named the kid as Dundukari. After a few days, their cow also gave birth to a child. The child was human and had the ear with the shape of a cow's ear. Hence, Atmadeva named that kid as Gokarna. Go in Sanskrit means cows, Karna in Sanskrit means ear. The kid with cow's ear, that is called Gokarna. Dundukari started his bad behavior from his childhood itself. He started disturbing others and many were fed up with him. He had bad friends. He started having a relationship with bad people. He started stealing to give money to bad friends. Atmadeva tried to advise him, but he was in no mood to listen to him. On the other hand, Gokarna was a very well behaved boy, learned Vedas and loved by all. Atmadeva was worried about Dundukari and then left to the forest to do the penance. Gokarna also went for a pilgrimage. Dundukari demanded more and more money from her mother. Dunduli was worried and committed suicide by falling into an open well at their own backyard. Bad friends of Dundugari demanded more and more money and ornaments, and Dundugari stole from many places and got all they wanted. But all those bad friends together killed him and ran with that money. When Gokarna came back from the pilgrimage, he learnt about the death of Dundugari. He was surprised. He did various ceremonies and shardam as prescribed for his brother. One day, while he was sleeping, Gokarna was woken up by someone. Then he realized it was the ghost of Dundugari that woke him up. Then he went and performed Gaya Shardam for his brother, and still he was in the form of a ghost. Gokarna was worried. He inquired with various different sages, and they recommended hearing Bhagavatam stories over 7 days may help. Gokarna sat under a tree and started narrating Bhagavatam. Dundugari's ghost went into an empty bamboo which had 7 partitions. He heard the Bhagavatam story with all concentration and focus without any food. At the end of the first day, the first partition of the bamboo broke. At the end of the second day, the second partition of the bamboo broke. Like that, at the end of each day, one partition broke. At the end of the 7th day, the full bamboo broke. A golden chariot came from the sky, inviting Dundugari. Dundugari also got a special form and thanked Gokarna and left to heaven through that golden flying chariot. All others in that village saw this and asked Gokarna why they could not go to heaven, as they also heard full Bhagavatam story for all the 7 days and only Dundugari could go. Gokarna said, if you concentrate on the story and eat only once in a day and practice bhakti while hearing the story, you all also will be able to go to the heaven. Now all those villagers again requested Gokarna to tell the Bhagavatam story again. Now Gokarna again sat under the tree and told the Bhagavatam stories for the next 7 days, and now the entire village went to heaven. Such is the greatness of hearing the Bhagavatam stories. This proves the importance of Bhagavatam story. Stay tuned. Thank you.